So, I've had an interesting time. I'm not going to tell you about all of it, but I've had this happen twice now, and it happened again last night. I woke up, and in my sleep, I had taken the CPAP mask off. You have to pull on the two magnets on the side. So I've learned how to take off my CPAP mask in my sleep, which is very weird. And something that is not weird at all. I came up with a title and a tune for a parody, and I posted it online, and Barry Childs Helton did all the rest. And I love this. Oh, I figured out how to make my guitar say meow. Almost got it. Yeah, that's it. Kitten in a box where you'll never find her. Ears and fur may be all you see. An empty sink or a drawer with socks. Nothing beats fitting like a kitten in a box. Meow, kitten in a box. Meow, kitten in a box. Meow, kitten in a box. Kitten in a box. My cat's disappeared and I'm so perplexed. Meow, kitten in a box. Now where the heck did she get to next? Meow, kitten in a box. There's a Kleenex box with some tufts of hair. Meow, kitten in a box. Now how the heck did she get in there? Meow, kitten in a box. Kitten in a box where you'll never find her. Ears and fur may be all you see. An empty sink or a drawer with socks. Nothing beats fitting like a kitten in a box. Kitten in a box. Kitten in a box. What's that? Kitten in a box. Kitten in a box. That paper bag when the shopping's through. Meow. Kitten in a box. Don't put your foot inside your shoe. Meow. Kitten in a box. Glove compartment of your car. Your purse, your uke, or your guitar. Meow. Kitten in a box. Kitten in a box where you'll never find her. Ears and fur may be all you see. An empty sink or a drawer with socks. Nothing beats fitting like a kitten in a box. Meow. Kitten in a box. Kitten in a box. A physicist, I can't say this word. Physicists cussing a bright blue streak. Meow. Kitten in a box. The accelerator's been on the fritz all week. Meow. Kitten in a box. It's dark in there where the fuzzball hid. Meow. Kitten in a box. Let's make like Schrodinger and lift the lid. Meow. Kitten in a box. Oh, kitten in a box where you never find her. Ears and fur may be all you see. An empty sink or a drawer with socks. Nothing beats fitting like a kitten in a box. Meow, kitten in a box. Here, kitty, kitty. All right. To help me relax, I added some jokes to my set. Okay. So one day I was talking to this friend of mine who used to be a 1930s pulp hero. He knew what evil lurked in the hearts of men. He really did. He says to me, "Lemming, my friend, I think you've lost weight." Are we in Mordor? Mordor? Why Mordor? You know, the land of Mordor where the shadow lies. Okay. Now for the tearjerkers. Yeah, I've got like 7 songs in a row that are sad, so get your Kleenex out. This one I wrote in 2005 at the Worldcon in Glasgow. And it was before my set there, and I was planning to try to sing it, and there was just no way I could get through it. So over the years I've learned to sing it, but I had a tape of Martin Bogan and Armstrong with me, and they sang that old gang of mine, and they had this whole rap that goes with it, And so that's what I parodied. Oh, it covers my entire history in filk, which if you don't know it, it's kind of obscure. So I'll tell you. In 1974, I took a science fiction class in college, and my teacher was a guy named Don C. Thompson, who turned out to be a pretty well-known fan. He was nominated for a Hugo for a fanzine at the first Australian World Con. And let's see, he was a teacher of journalism and English, and he had a side job working for the paper, and he was a co-chair of the Worldcon in '81, which was my second Worldcon. My first Worldcon was 1979 Seacon in Brighton, England, and this song is about a song I wrote about the Worldcon in Brighton, England. It's called That Old Filk of Mine, and that's the old filk that it's about. It's not a great song. If you request it, I'll sing it, but don't. All right. But I'd give the world to sing that old filk of mine. That one I wrote about that Worldcon in 19-something-9. Goodbye forever, old filkers and fen. Goodbye forever, old authors and friends, goo blast 'em, gee. But I'd give the world to sing that old filk of mine. Today in the fan lounge I stood with my pen amid photos of prose and of stout-hearted fen, as I gazed at the faces unchanged by the years. In my throat came a lump, and my eyes filled with tears as I read all about them. With many a sigh, I could picture them talking in Worldcons gone by. Ted Sturgeon, Bob Block, Ray Lafferty too. Some that I recognized, some that I knew, as I thought of my friends in those long ago times. Don C. Thompson of Denver popped into my mind, and I thought of some things that Don might have to say. Say, what wouldn't I give just to see him today? But the cons were such fun. Parties, filksings, that's why. I just didn't notice the years passing by, and the first thing I knew, Worldcons ended for me. You know, I didn't have much money after '93, but I kept on writing and singing my songs, which I sent to Lee Gold, who then passed them along, till those songs, my filk songs, I know, somehow got me invited to Ontario. But that con's in the past, and today, as I wrote, near the photos of all of those people of note, I couldn't help brushing a tear from my eye, for I knew not a face in the crowd passing by. Gone forever is the fandom I knew. There's hardly a trace or a sign, but I know there'll be others who'll gather to hear when I sing this new filk of mine. Goodbye forever, old filkers and fen. Goodbye forever, old authors and friends. Blast 'em, gee. But I'd give the world to sing that old filk of mine. One of the things I did at the Worldcon in '79 was somehow get into a filk sing led by Juanita Colson. Actually, my friend and I found an empty meeting room and set up our sleeping bags to go to sleep, and Juanita Colson came in with a bunch of filkers and woke us up, and we joined in. And I'm happy to say Juanita is still here, and I hope she stays around for a whole lot longer. This one got me a first prize, or some sort of first prize, in a song contest. And that's when I quit doing song contests mostly, because I just wanted to get a first prize in a song contest. I don't really like the songs. Most of the songs that I write for song contests are songs that I sing once and then set aside. But this one is different. And it's kind of timely. I think I wrote it in 2007 or 2008, something like that. When I was a young man, I carried a sign. I protested the war and the killing. And I sang all the songs Oakes and Dylan could write to each pair of ears that was willing. Then in '73, the year I turned 18, we left Vietnam, never more to be seen. But the draft still churned on like a broken machine. And they told me I had to sign up. And the band played Rainy Day Women as I filled out my form for the board. And I want you to know it said I'm a CO with no use for a gun or a sword. And the draft board refused to believe me at first. They said I'd have to write them an essay. So I wrote them of how human beings are cursed, and why killing was not a game I'd play. I explained why I couldn't and wouldn't and can't. How the Tin Woodman cried when he stepped on an ant. And the board read my essay and they said they would grant. I'm a conscientious objector. But the band played Rainy Day Women as we all watched the fall of Saigon. When Nixon resigned, we thought we'd be fine. But the killing just went on and on. We sent money to tyrants, dictators, and such, who murdered their own populations. And all I could do was just sit back and watch as we meddled in sovereign nations. The blood of Allende still runs through our hands. Victor Jara was tortured and murdered. Our plan was to help Pinochet, yet we can't understand why so many people don't like us. But the band played Rainy Day Women as the hostages walked off the plane. We somehow knew then that Saddam was our friend, and it started all over again. So we sent arms and money to Saddam Hussein to take our revenge on the Persians. With a mutual enemy, he was our friend, and we winked at his many incursions. Then one day he set out to take over Kuwait, and our uneasy friendship changed quickly to hate. Without gas for our cars, we might get to work late. So we said, no, Saddam, now play nicely. And just a moment while I find, apparently I cut off the ending in my set thing here, so let me find it. What is it called? T, it's under T. Dear. I'm close. What is it under? Oh dear, I'm sorry. Oh, it's called Tired Old War. All right, I'll find it now. I probably went right past it. I don't remember the titles to my songs. Ah, there it is. Ah, there's a second page that I forgot to add. Aha, excuse the interruption. And the band played Rainy Day Women as the missiles flew Israel's way. Palestinians thrilled as Israelis were killed, but our firepower ruled the day. Then in 2003 we invaded Iraq, and the protesters asked, what's the story? And I see us old hippies now, and how weakly we march, holding signs in our arthritic glory. And we lay down our signs when our arms get too sore. No blood for oil doesn't work anymore. No one will listen, we can't stop this war. The same war we've been fighting forever. But the band plays Rainy Day Women, and old hippies still answer the call. But as year follows year, more and more disappear. Someday no one will protest at all. Now we must stand up, now we must speak out. They think we're too tired to do anything. But I still hear the ghosts in the words of Martin Niemöller. And I know that I'll never be too tired to sing. Okay, switching back to my magic set list. And there we go. And this one is a capo 7. I think I decided it's a half step lower. It's capo 6. Sit in the circle and don't say a thing. I must hear pretty music while I'm here. When it's your turn, please be ready to sing. I must listen intently while I'm here. You may bellow like a banshee or sing loudly and off-key. If you're a talented professional, it's all the same to me. I must pounce upon your songs and I'll absorb them like a sponge. The celebration never quite gets done. The circle must go on while I'm here. Soon to be my turn, ready to go. I will strum ukulele while I'm here. There we go. Fire burns within me, soft, steady glow. I must sing you my new song while I'm here. I must catch another airplane, I must see my friends again, singing broken voice at 4 a.m., just like a dog in pain. I must take a dose of strong caffeine, stay up till dawn is near. I'll post my new song on the internet, hope someone out there likes it while I'm here. It's 7 in the morning and at last it's time to sleep. There's a sign upon my doorknob and a solemn vow to keep. For the sound of roaring vacuum cleaners, that's the thing I fear. And I must bundle up, wear earplugs, let no light disturb my slumber while I'm here. Daytime the concerts, hearing my friends, hope they'll let me sing with them while I'm here. World of dreams where the song never ends. I will sit till my back hurts while I'm here. And should you hear me sing a song you like, no matter how absurd, please don't be afraid to tell me or to ask me for the words. I'll accept your admiration if it's honest and sincere. And if you don't like my singing, won't you please keep your mouth shut while I'm here. Next one is a song by Tom Rao that he wrote just after George Floyd was killed. It's called $20 Bill for George Floyd. I posted it on a group I'm in on the internet, Wednesday open mic group, which anyone can ask me about and I'll tell you about it. And Tom Rao is actually in that group. He's a touring songwriter and he's very, very good. And he gave me the nicest compliment on this, so I need to keep doing it. Some people die for honor. Some people die for love. Some people die while singing a song to the heavens above. Some people die believing in the cross on Calvary's hill. And some people die in the blink of an eye for a $20 bill. Some people go out in glory, yeah, with the wind at their back. Some get to tell their own story, write their own epitaph. Sometimes you see it coming, sometimes you don't know until you run out of breath with a knee at your neck. for a $20 bill. Brother, I never knew you. Now I never will. But I'll make this promise to you. I'll remember you still. Come on, eat. Let this be our communion. It's time to break the bread. Do this in remembrance, just like the good book said. Sometimes the wine is a sacrament, but sometimes the blood is just spilled. Sometimes the law is the devil's last straw, the future unfulfilled. Like the dream they killed for a $20 bill. Oh, that one. It took me about a year before I could sing that without crying. Seriously. And this one, oh dear, this one. I warned you about the tissues, didn't I? And this one also has a bit of a trigger warning. It's about abuse. It's about spousal abuse. Please, if that kind of thing triggers you, step out of the room for about 4 or 5 minutes. Thank you. About 60 years ago, on a classic TV show that started on a cool October night, there was me and Ralph, I guess, Ed and Trixie and the rest. The Bickersons all boxed in black and white. Now I'm up here on the moon, like some strange Nick Downs cartoon, and some say domestic violence is to blame. But I just ignore the threats, breathe in deep, try to forget that it was only television and that Alice is my name. Save me, I've lost my identity. I'm more than some silly cartoon. Help me get back on the path that was meant for me. I am Alice, the first woman on the moon. How I got here, I don't know. How could such a thing be so? But do you ask, how could Bart Simpson still be 10? I hang on to what I see, help to build this colony, turning negatives to positives again. But sometimes I feel alone, so I call Ralph on the phone. And the prison says he's out now on parole. He's on that no-fly list. I tell him he won't be missed, for I no longer need him or anyone to make me whole. Save me, I've lost my identity. I'm more than some silly cartoon. Help me get back on the path that was meant for me. I am Alice, the first woman on the moon. So I go out to the space bar in my jumpsuit late at night, sip a nice pina colada, trying hard not to get tight, when a face that seems familiar smiles across the room at me. Could that be the person I've seen on TV? Then she sits down with a grin. I say, Alice, how have you been? How is Tommy? How are Vera, Mel, and Flo? As we both sip on our drinks, I really don't know what to think. She says, you're not the only Alice here, you know. You got to understand, there's that one from Wonderland, and the one from Arlo Guthrie's restaurant. No one's really who they seem. We're all characters in dreams. And I close my eyes and beg her, can I be an astronaut? Save me, I've lost my identity. I'm more than some silly cartoon. Help me get back on the path that was meant for me. I am Alice, the first woman on the moon. Silly Alice, you're a star. So that's exactly what you are, and that's how you got to be up here with me. And she hums a Gershwin tune and says, up here on the moon, there really isn't anything that you can't be. Shall I tell you, Mrs. Meadows, something everybody here knows? That black eye you have was not caused by a fall. And I almost want to tell her that I know I'm in a shelter, and I'm painfully aware that I'm not on the moon at all. Save me, I've lost my identity. I feel like I've been here before. Help me get back on the path that was meant for me. Prepare me to walk out that door. And Alice doesn't live here anymore. This is another cover that I did for that group that I was talking about. This is a cover of a song by Eric Schwartz. If you're familiar at all with his work, this is not one of his typical songs. He did an album called The Better Man that is all fairly serious songs that don't take you down the path that his comical songs do, and kind of like this, and I changed it a little bit and made it into a gospel tune. There's one whom I have wronged. He looks at me angrily, and this bothers me. No matter what I do, I offer my apologies, but always he ignores my pleas. But I ask myself what the better man would do. Well, he would forgive me, so I forgive me too. There've been so many times that I've felt so low I'd rather die than look at me, from someone else's view. Always there were those who would gladly tell me I'm no good, but I ask myself what the better man would do. He would love me, so I will love me too. I've been ashamed of the life that I've been living. Take my hand and tell me I'm forgiven. So if you're walking down the street and you see a soul who's in defeat, don't pass him by no matter what you do. 'Cause brother, don't you understand that when you lend a helping hand, the person that you really help is you. Love your neighbor and he will love you too. If you do the things a better man would do. Yeah. Oh. I forget what key I sing this in, but I'm going to try it in this one. I think maybe capo 1 or 2. Yeah. It says it's in the key of A, and I don't sing it in A at all, so. I'm the funny kid in your class, the one that told the jokes, and now I'm... Oh, before I start this song, I'm sorry, I should apologize to the author of the song I parodied. It's a wonderful song called Don't Laugh at Me, and it's about bullying, and it's gotten to be like an anthem of the anti-bullying organization, and it's just a wonderful song, and if you haven't heard it, you should look it up. But my reaction is, wait a minute, what if you're the class clown and you want people to laugh at you and they don't? What if the tables are turned? So this is what this song is about. I am the funny kid in your class, the one who told the jokes, and now I'm a comedian, that's why I'm always broke. I want to make you laugh so hard you almost have a stroke. I am all the Lenny Bruces, I am Carlin's 7 words, Freddie Prinze and Robin Williams with a flair for the absurd. And there's one thing you can do to show you heard. Please laugh at me, I'm the class clown. I'll bring you up when you are down. And when you laugh, I'm not alone. So please don't sit there like a stone. Please laugh at me. Sometimes people are offended by something that I said, but that's not what I intended. I wish they could laugh instead. On Facebook, I'm unfriended. They've been misled. A joke is only funny when it's got something to say. In humor there is truth nearby that's sometimes kept at bay. I'm a verbal serial killer. When I succeed, I slay. Please laugh at me, I'm the class clown. I'll bring you up when you are down. And when you laugh, I'm not alone. So So please don't sit there like a stone. Please laugh at me. I am Voltaire. I am Rousseau. Et oui, je suis Charlie Hebdo. Please laugh at me. I'm the class clown. I'll bring you up when you are down. And when you laugh, I'm not alone. So please don't sit there like a stone. Please laugh at me. Okay. I have about 4 minutes. Okay. I can get through one more song. You keep singing Simon and Garfunkel, talking about how you're gonna lay you down. Ha! But you've been drinking too much of that troubled water. Now that silver girl is sailing all over town. Your water may be troubled, better hide it in your fridge. And that is why these boots are gonna walk across your bridge. You keep singing and you don't hear me talking. You keep banging chords on that guitar, but you don't know what chords you should be playing. And I think you're singing in the key of R. You think you sing just fine now, but I think you missed your pitch. And that is why these boots are gonna walk across your bridge. You keep playing when you shouldn't be playing. You keep singing words you half forget. I found a girl with a brand new set of lyrics. Yeah! And her uke playing don't leave me so upset. She's got a little cabin up there on Choctaw Ridge, and that is why these boots are gonna walk across your bridge. Are you ready now? Start walking. Wait a minute. Where's the bridge in this song? I can't find the bridge. Is it over the troubled water? You know, I think maybe I left it somewhere near Tallahatchie. Thank you, everybody. Oh, wait, I have a couple minutes left. I have maybe 2 more jokes that I can fill in with. I heard there was a group of Firefly reenactors. One of them was a doctor. He was sued for malpractice. And finally, I want to end with this joke. This was an actual dream that I had. Gilda Radner walks into a bar. Did I pronounce that wrong? Gilda. So, Gilda Radner walks into... Yeah, I completely messed up the joke. Let me start over. So, Gilda Radner walks into a bear. Oh, excuse me, I wasn't watching where I was going. Well, that's okay, says the bear. A phone nearby rings. She answers, what's that? I was supposed to walk into a bar, you say? Not a bear? That's very different. And you think she says, never mind, but no. Instead, she says goodbye, hangs up the phone, then the bear picks her up and takes her to the forest where they have tea and talk about old times. I have strange dreams. And thank you very much. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Lem.